got 1 item, 2 items. That accelerated shock blast is going to be doing oodles and oodles of damage, especially against those squishier targets. Like if he gets a tag against a Torquay and even could, you know, like do 20% to that Vi, or even the Camille if XVi gets sufficiently ahead. So a very deadly jungler here picked up by XVi.
Yeah, and the thing about Jace is that it's massive when it comes to the early game. It's not going to be, you know, very, very scary coming into that latter part of the game, where it's not on par with the likes of Zeri, but coming into the early game, level 1 to level 3, it's massive. It's one of the strongest early game champion currently in the game, just because you have 6 skills that you can utilize coming into these fights. And if ever it goes into the mid lane, it doesn't matter. It's still really strong. If ever it goes to the jungle, it still could be played out. Now, coming into the bans here, Galio and Nautilus already moved for the side of Thundertalk, given the fact that they already have Gragas. So they're forcing the hands for Trace Esports to either go Ornn, to either go Alistar at this point.
Yeah, Ornn is still up somehow. Well, it is going to be, you know, left unbanned here, left on the table for Trace Esports, and I think that is on purpose here by Thundertalk. Somehow they are fine with taking that Ornn risk if it means that they can get their own game plan going, and it will be the Fiora in the top lane going up against likely the Camille. Yeah, because 100% the Camille, because it's not going to be the Camille in the jungle when there's Vi on the board. But I quite like this from Trace Esports. The Ashe being hovered. If this is picked for Yuri, this could mean that you know, this is a lot of setup. So much setup for Trace Esports to go for some of these big kills. But okay, the Amumu was hovered, won't be picked up, but I quite like the Sona as well. Ashe Sona in the bot lane.
Yeah,
not super aggressive.
Yeah, the thing about Trace Esports, they always do this. They hover onto Amumu last pick, and
yeah,
that's already tradition here. But Ashe and Ornn,
I wish they take it.
I wish, right? Ashe and Ornn will be locked in by Trace Esports, so very utility centric coming into the bottom lane. But Thundertalk finishes it off with a Gwen. And now the big question is, will Fiora go into the jungle or will Fiora come into the top? Because Gwen will come into the mid and that will be Jace jungle. Oh, I'm really excited. This is game number 1 of the 2 strongest teams coming in to the CN conference for season 2.
Oh yeah, and it is going to be an uphill battle here for Trace Esports, I feel. Thundertalk just has a solid composition with a lot of damage, a lot of shred. Not a lot of tankiness, sure, but Trace Esports doesn't have that as well. And once again, I think the onus is going to be on that jungler matchup. It is going to be Weba versus XVi, the Vi versus the Jace. And if Weba's not able to really get much done with Vi, especially in that early game, especially after getting that level 5, once he has that cease and desist, then the Jace with the scale will just be really difficult to stop, especially when it comes to those, you know, those stalled out fights where you just try to feel each other out and the Jace can just go freely.
Yeah, and that will be the perspective here. And something to take note, with the Jace jungle going to the side of Thundertalk, going into the early game, they will pay a visit. Level 3 and level 5 will be, well, level 5 not exactly. It will still be good, but Jace's power really relies onto his axes, onto 6 skills. So expect those early engages coming in from Thundertalk in the early game. And similarly, Trace Esports also really strong, especially when level 5 hits. Volt Breaker with a cease and desist will be important.
Yep, Vault Breaker, cease and desist, 2 very big tools for Weba to perform with. So I really feel like if he needs to get some momentum going in that early game, even maybe a level 3 gank after clearing a little bit of jungle, I don't think he has to wait for level 5, because if anything, we've seen that the aggressive style of play has been, you know, really doing a lot of teams favors here. EDG and FPX specifically for the CN conference. If Trace Esports can kind of capture that same lighting in the bottle, they could get this first win over on Thundertalk.
Yeah, they could definitely do so. And this is a really good start coming from the south into the top side of the map up against Sin. as that advantage puts a huge priority already for the side of Trace Esports into the top side of the map, which is really good, especially if you're considering a Camille versus Fiora matchup wherein Fiora will gain the better edge when it comes to that dueling prowess up against the likes of Camille. So getting any bit of piece of advantage in the Baron lane is massive for Lee Sao.
Lee Sao definitely can keep that advantage going and take that and run with it, especially if he, you know, if he just feels out a little bit. This could still, once again, be a little bit of a push that he needs if the Vi does decide to go up that way, especially since Finn is being a little bit pushy there with his lane management.
Yeah, that's what he is, and this war is going back and forth here. A level 3 already, but look at Vi, look at Jace here. Jace is hovering towards the bot side of the map, and Hueba, we've mentioned this, level 5 is the name of the game. When it comes to that season desist, he gets that first blood. That will be another advantage for Lee Sao once again in Baron lane.
Yep. I mean, let's take a look at that again. Hueba coming in, as I said, without even the ultimate, will get that first blood right there. Did just level 4 come in with that wall breaker and just really controlled that engagement. And Shin was, yeah, as he was being a little bit pushy, and that just invites, you know, ganks, put the target on your back for the jungler to get on. And if that jungler is Hueba, he is just a very good targeter of people who like to push lanes.
Yeah, and that's the big aspect to it. Once again, emphasizing when Trace Esports gets an advantage up against Fiora into the top side of the map, this will be so massive for Lee Sao. Right now though, Xby pays a visit on top side of the map. Lee Sao will be the target, has to use up the flash, but good counter out by Xby to just push him back out as Thunder Talk answers back.
Yep, Thunder Talk getting their own kill right there, getting their own back. Basically, it wasn't the first blood, but still, that does equalize it a little bit. Horn coming up to defend that lane a little bit. However, look at where Hueba is. He's in the jungle on the other side of the map, and he is denying resources right now. They don't know that he's there. So this, well, I don't think that Ward saw him either, so he will be denying some resources for himself, and you know that just will waste the time of Xby just a little bit, and that is what you want as a jungler, is to frustrate the other guy by, you know, taking his resources and making him waste a little bit of time here, and that does frustrate Xby enough to, you know, maybe look for something again up here.
Oh, denied.
Ooh, big denial.
Good post. Nevertheless, coming from Sin, Lee Sao is now having a hard time just because how Jace visited on top side of the map a while ago and got that kill to trade back. And this is always what needs to happen, because the thing is, if Thunder Talk doesn't get that kill a while ago onto Camille, onto Lee Sao, it will just be Fiora who will be on a disadvantage all throughout the top side, all throughout the laning phase, and they have to do something about it. So thus far, it is really good for these back and forths. But something that we have to be scared of is that how Hueba already has a Trinity Force, so when it comes to the damage, it will be massive. And now, the Vault Breaker along with Season that says the call to forward good to just secure that finishing blow. Trace Esports once again gets themselves a free kill.
I mean, you said it, the damage was there for Hueba. That Infinity Force was just too much for Xby to deal with. He was surprised. He got Vault Breaker, and there was really not much he could do about it. Especially since he was basically a CC forever, along with the Call of Fortune. So that's going to be a free Rift Herald there for Trace Esports, and they will be able to contest this Drake as soon as Hueba comes back up.
Now, Dragon will be started up by Thunder Talk. Ward is already placed though, so Trace Esports has information. Steadily waiting just on the horizon. Going on to the mountain, Drake. Korn goes in. Shelly is already spawned coming into the mid lane. But the enchanted crystal arrow connects onto Gragas, and there's just no escape coming from Chensi, but no follow through. Mountain Drake already down to 1.5k HP, but perfect cast for Thunder Talk to just secure that objective, and Hueba forced to flash away.
Yep, he will live, but Shelly will take that first tower in the mid lane. Great secure there by X by not letting the Vi get even close to that. As well as you gotta commend that explosive cast from the Gragas to keep Weiba away from the range of that Drake. So great timing there to secure that Drake. Thundertuck at least keeping their scaling options alive right now. And yeah, Trace Esports, they still have that small lead, that small advantage, but it is, you know, kind of negligible at this point. They need to build it up before they can really be so confident to, you know, take every single engage that they can, especially with that ECA and the cease and desist.
Definitely is, and thus far Thunder Talk going back and forth, and Trace Esports as well getting a lead of their own as well. And the thing about Rift Heralds, the reason why you take it is the Tower First Blood, and they were able to do so into the mid lane, so a huge gold injection coming from this team. It is one of the reasons why they have the gold advantage. And now China Crystal Arrow connects onto Sin, and now the Call of the Forge God connects. There's just no escape, along with a cease and desist. Every single thing that you could throw out onto Sin has been brought out. Now Chensi and Soil comes into fray. Korn is slowed out, but that's pretty much it.
Yep, that is going to be it. Trace Esports grab another one, and that does mean that their macro is a little bit better now. They have extended that goal lead, but still, look at Thundertalk. They are investing a lot of time into getting this kill. NC trying to get something going out to attack, but they don't know that Weiba is off on the wings. This could be a 3v3 very quickly.
Explosive cast knocks up onto one. Has to force out the retreat here. Attack is already ignited along with Yuri. The shock blast is perfect from Xby.
Accelerated shock blast to take out the Ashe. When you're that squishy, Xby is going to do a lot of damage. That does mean that this tower goes down for Thundertalk. They're evening things up little by little here. As I feel like that was a little bit too ambitious for Yuri to be staying there under that tower, knowing full well that there are 3 people there. He really should have just backed out, but great alley-oop by Shang-Chi to, you know, to really make that kill available for Xby.
Definitely is, and right now Thunder Talk thus far consistently looking for a lot of places to get those trades in. Trace Esports though sustaining their lead coming into this early game, so massive advantage coming from them. But once again, this is what we've talked about a while ago. Early game leads during the laning phase is not as massive as if it's 1k gold lead. It will be troublesome if it comes down in 2k gold lead, 2.5k gold lead. That is where it starts to hurt the opposition.
And it could really start to, you know, be a detriment here for that side. But I feel like if Thundertalk were, you know, if Thundertalk were to really try to get their engages going, or at least have that Gragas roam around with the Jace, this could be a lot tougher for Trace Esports to actually respond to things. But speaking of responding, they are going to be going down to the spot lane. It's going to be a 3 versus 3.
3 versus 3. Chansey, Soil, and Xby. And the thing, why these teams do this, why Trace Esports wants to go for the 3-man roam into the bottom lane, why Thunder Talk wants to go for the 3-man roam into the bottom lane, is because Dragon will come out soon. And the team who gets a tier 1 turret gets a better lead onto the Dragon objective.
This Dragon will be a very big point of contention. The back coming in from Xby right now does mean that they could be a little bit late here coming into this break. Weiba is ready and waiting there top. He does have everything available.
Yeah, just trades back and forth. A fight for fists. A trade coming in from Trace Esports and Thunder Talk, but for now not going for an all-in. And now Ice Drake will be started up. No information for Thunder Talk.
Trace Esports, they are going to just burn this Drake down really quickly, really easily. There's a Cactus Arrow.
Hextech ultimatum to follow up as well. Chensi's down low as well. But looking to the backside, it will be Soil and Sin coming in through. And Tak is down low already, but Soil will secure that kill. It's a 1-for-1. It's a 2-for-1. Instead, and now Z is on the run. Chensi is on the hunt. But you have X-By still has so much damage coming in from that fight. Shock Blast will be denied with a body black from Yuri. And Trace Esports got that objective for free.
They got the objective, but definitely not for free. It was a 2-for-1 in favor of Thunder Talk. I'm surprised that they didn't actually finish Shang-Chi, because he was just low for the longest time. They wasted 2 ultimates on him, and they just let him live like that. Even a third one, the Call of the Forge God was aimed towards him, and look at that, he was still on the backside of the fight, not dead. Still a very long-lived Gragas. And Wava just gave up the chase on Z. If he went in with Lisa on that Gwen, I feel like they could have at least secured that kill, but he chose to focus on the Jace instead. So some strange micro decisions there from Trace Esports. They could have netted themselves 3 kills, maybe even 4 kills if they played that a little bit differently. But unfortunately, they will just come away with 1 as well as the Dragon.
Yeah. And the thing is, if they go for the overextension, we still have X-By. X-By is pretty much full HP. And that's the big thing, right? Queba tried to go in for that engage, tried to go in for those kills. But when he did, he almost got killed. And that's just a big aspect to it. When it comes to these early game fights, it's always Jace who has that advantage up against these damage categories. And that will be something of a big detriment. And right now, that will be the cease and desist. Onto X-By. There's just no escape. The CC chain is flawless. And now the explosive cast to deny that on the distance for Yuri. Z coming into the back though. Forces out the Stasis Enchant. Weiba with a flash into the back. Hunts down the damage dealers for Thunder Talk. And thus far, it's TT who is on the back foot.
Yeah, 3-for-1 for Trace Esports, and then they threaten the Zhengxi and Jin. What can they do here? Because they are going to be slowed down by that Ash. Shang-Chi still is trying to go for it, but Lee Sao goes in.
Lee Sao goes in, into the back. Sin will be the target. Weiba with a cease and desist, and the Vault Breaker, as always, will put them down, and that will be the ace secured by TE.
Yeah, another couple kills under their belts, and the lead is starting to progress here for Trace Esports. Level 13 on Weiba, and he is definitely forced to be reckoned with already, starting the Baron up. They know that they have to know that it's Warrior. And X-By with accelerated shot class can start to poke him down, but he goes in.
Baron already down low, 3k HP left. Tak goes in for the knock-up onto Soil. The counter attack coming from X-By. Looking to target onto the engage for Trace Esports, but with that zoning capabilities for Tak, it will be Thunder Talk who secures the Baron for themselves.
Yeah, Camille serving herself up as that sacrificial lamb to secure that Baron for Trace Esports. A great play there for TE, just keeping themselves mostly alive, getting that, securing the Baron after 14 minutes. Even if it came at the cost of one of their members, and that is, I would say, worth. I would say worth.
Yeah, 100% worth. Almost got that chase, but it was a 2v1. It was a bit dangerous, so I was a bit afraid there for Weiba. But nevertheless, you still have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow to be able to really help out on that long-range engages.
This is so difficult for Thunder Talk now, but this momentum has shifted so hard towards Trace Esports. The Jace, if he is behind the vibe, infinitely less useful.
And now Gragas has to force out the flash to be able to return back into safety. Soul jumps into the wall, but Trace Esports will be able to go back on skate there, just waiting patiently over the brushes.
I love the Enchanted Crystal Arrows. Yuri just taking every single moment that he can. Whenever there is a little bit of a catch, he just instantly goes.
Chansey, explosive catch will not connect. Tak will be the target, but Stasis Enchant to delay this time. And now Lisa jumps through. Z will be next, but not gonna go in for that kill. Coming into the back though, cease and desist. Perfect hit onto the Zeri. Removed, deleted, and erased. And now Hueba will be on the backside to just zone away the Jace. And now Sin will be the only one left standing for Thunder Talk. Going for the run, but Taka's in formation. Will be able to deny with the repose, but Trace Esports now wants to inhibit into the bottom lane. They're looking to end it.
They want the Nexus. They want the Nexus. They're just trying to delay that Fiora so that he can't really do anything. Weiba, 1 HP. Well, he did get his Guardian Angel pop, so they will just be working on that Nexus. They're ignoring that Gragas, and they will take that first game. Trace Esports take the first game against Thunder Talk.
Massive win coming from Trace Esports.